Right, so how are we all doing? Today we're going to be looking at the developments that have happened in the Rodrigo De Paul chase. Leeds are not the only club in the running for him. We're not even the only Premier League club in the running for him. We're going to be looking at some rumours about Leeds' potential strengthening of the youth squad once again with the potential purchase of a rapid Dutch winger. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the recent developments that have come out, the news from the England camp, and some of the England stars have gotten themselves into a little bit of bother. I hope you're all having a great day. The transfer news with Leeds, it has gotten a little bit quiet. I suppose we're not really racing at full speed towards the signings that we want. The deal that I want to talk about concerns Rodrigo De Paul, and he's been the name on every Leeds fan's lips for quite a while. We thought we had this deal done and dusted. We thought that the personal terms had been agreed, a fee in around about 30 million, and the Argentinian would be on his way to Yorkshire. However, it looks like the deal has been stalled. His agent looks to be is in Italy, and I can't help feeling that De Paul's agent has been, stalling this, trying to get the kind of the news of his player out there. It's a tactic that's used to bump up the price and to kind of let other teams know exactly what this player is about and who's interested in him. There were some rumblings that there were other Italian clubs interested, Fiorentina, AC Milan, and of course Juventus being De Paul's dream move. But I think more concerning is the news today that Leicester City have joined the race for De Paul. The Sport Italia TV were the ones making the claim, and they've said that Leicester have actually reached out. Yeah, Leicester have reached out. They've made an approach for De Paul, and they're really kind of stating their interest. Brendan Rodgers' side are looking to bolster their own midfield options. Italian transfer expert Nicolo Schira does say that Leeds have already offered De Paul the 4-year contract, and Leicester would be playing catch up in their efforts. But if Leicester were to get serious, they do have a little bit more punching power than Leeds, in the sense that they can offer De Paul some European football in the Europa League, which is something that he has said that he wants to get in on. And it's looking like Leicester are willing to match Leeds blow for blow in the potential chase for Rodrigo De Paul's signature. It's a frustrating situation for Leeds to be in. I'm not going to be naive enough to say that we scouted him first. We'd be the only ones that have been aware of his talent, right? I'm sure that Leicester have. We're looking to strengthen the same areas of the pitch. They've probably been scouting him for a while as well, but you can't help but feel sometimes that a player that Leeds want, we've scouted him, we know he's class, and we kind of bring that news to the general press, and then other teams start to filter in their interest for the same players. I've got to say, it is what it is. This De Paul deal seems to have stalled for a little while. There hasn't been an official offer for another Serie A club, but could we see De Paul in the Premier League next year, just not in a Leeds top? Could he be heading to Leicester? There has been some news that Leeds are looking at, as an alternative to De Paul, Harry Wilson. The Liverpool midfielder has had a £20 million price tag placed on him, with Leeds looking to become front runners in the race to sign Harry Wilson. I think for me, Harry Wilson it's an alternative to Rodrigo De Paul. For me, in quality, it's a step down. I do rate Harry Wilson. I thought he was an absolute terror against us during his time at Derby. And it's no secret that he's a player that Marcelo Bielsa rates incredibly highly. And he's got a lot of good qualities to him. He's quick, he's good on the ball. And let's not get spoiled as a fan base. If we were to land Harry Wilson, we might not get De Paul, but it's still a really, really good signing. And I do think that Bielsa is going to be able to mould him and work his magic a little bit quicker than De Paul, who might bring a little bit of ego with him. Reminds me of Samu Saiz a little bit. Harry Wilson, he does seem to be a much more grounded lad, and he would want to work hard. He's been on loan here, there and everywhere. I feel like if we were to offer him a home to settle down, we would see the best football that he has produced as of yet, and we'll be seeing it in a Leeds shirt. We haven't stepped away from the De Paul deal. It is still on the table, but there are stumbling blocks that are being placed in our way, and Leicester City seem to be the most recent of those. Some good news, however. Leeds are interested in Crescencio Summerville, the Dutch starlet. Was out on loan at Den Haag last season. He plays for Feyenoord. That's his home club. He's 18 years old, and I had a little bit of a look on Twitter and a little bit of a look on Transfer Market as well. Summerville he is touted to be the fastest player in Holland, and incredibly skillful with the ball at his feet. Maybe a little bit of rough edges and needs to be refined. Who better to do that than El Loco himself, the madman Bielsa? It would be another signing for the youth setup, but yeah, you got the likes of, if we bring Summerville in, he's going to be competing with Sam Greenwood, Joe Gelhardt, Charlie Allen. The future's bright, and yeah, you can't say any more than that. Lots of Dutch fans, Feyenoord fans, very, very sad to see him go. The young fire starter. He's one of the quickest players in the Dutch league. I'm seeing this as a consistent theme. But again, could be a top talent in the next couple of years or so, and it would be fantastic to see him brought in, and a fee looking around, the deal could potentially be done already for about 2 million. So we'll look to have that confirmed very, very soon. That's about all for the transfer news today. It has been a little bit quiet on the Leeds front. We're keeping our eyes out on the De Paul deals, and potentially the Gvardiol deal, which is said to have been wrapped up and done, and should be announced sometime this week. I really wanted to chat about the antics that have been happening in the England setup that have come out today. England obviously involved in some Nations League games, but it turns out that Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, two of the top starlets, have broken the coronavirus guidelines and have consequently been sent home. Now that is very, very sad to see. I think it is a little bit it is disappointing. It's a letdown for both their country and their respective clubs. There's no doubt that they're incredibly talented, potentially world class, but maturity-wise, they have let their country and their clubs down. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to talk a little bit about Kalvin Phillips. Kalvin's not much older than these guys. He's still a young man, just given his first England call-up, and he's involved in this squad. But unlike the likes of Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, Kalvin hasn't been involved in any of these, inviting Icelandic girls back to the hotel lobby. And for me, that really explains and ties in what Leeds and Kalvin is all about. It's all about loyalty, it's all about maturity, and it's about having the pride that you would need to play. I think it says a lot that Kalvin is there representing his country with pride. He's not getting involved in any of this media PR rubbish disaster that's going on. He's a special type of person. He's a special player, and it represents, I think, what club and country is all about. For Leeds, we are about loyalty. We are about the maturity. The fact that Kalvin sacrificed a huge amount of money to stay with Leeds last year rather than go to Villa said it all. It said that he was loyal to his hometown, his home club. The fact that he's out there under Southgate in the England squad, training hard, not getting involved in any of these parties and breaking the quarantine rules, I wouldn't be surprised if against Iceland today he does get his call up, and I'll be so proud of him. We'll all be so proud of him, and he, more than anyone in that squad, deserves it, because he is the future of England. He already is the future of Leeds, and he will go on to become a legend. So I just wanted to touch on that really, because I thought it was important to, really show just to shout out Kalvin, to show kind of what he's about, show what Leeds are about, and you forget about Foden and Greenwood. What a Leeds boy brings to the England team. Right, that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please remember to like, comment and subscribe down below. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Can we get to the big 1K after the Liverpool game? I'll be coming out with some previews later on in the week for the Liverpool game, and I might do a prediction for the other Premier League games as well. Let me know what you want to see coming up. Our comment of the day is going to be here. Thank you very much for everyone that's getting involved in the channel. Honestly, all the support means so much. And let's keep going. We march on together. Support the team, support the channel, and as always, stay safe.